What's up, guys? Welcome back to the next episode on Road to Roadworthy for the 66 F100. The next video I wanted to do was the first drive after 33 years, but got to thinking about it a little bit more and I figured I wanted to do a little bit more maintenance before I took it out on the road. So today we're going to do a little bit more stuff to the truck before we get that road video shot. So let's get the Skyline out of here. If y'all want to see me working on this, go visit my Argon and Mustard page. I'll put a link in the corner. I work on some cars and some fabrication work, so you can go over there if you want to see that. But for now, right now, let's go ahead and get this thing out of here and get the green truck pulled in. Where are the keys? Are they in it? I gotta find the keys. Sweet. Skyline key, truck key. Let's see if we need a little extra help. Gotta get that battery put on charge, that's all. Where's neutral? Oh, there you are. Are you stuck? What happened? Oh, there you are. Well, I don't know what happened. I think it got stuck in gear. No, that doesn't happen. Okay, so now that we're in the shop, I want to let you guys in on what I'd like to do. So I got to thinking, I don't know if there's any fluid in the transmission or the rear. I haven't checked it. I know it hasn't been changed in a long time. So I went down to the parts store, picked up some fluid or some gear oil, and I'm gonna go ahead and just drain whatever's in there. and put new oil in. That way, when I'm going down the road, I'm not burning up bearings. Also, I know you guys can see, you gotta look real hard in this section. This bed is not supported. So I am gonna go in here on another video and redo the bed. We're gonna do something a little, it's probably really not different because a lot of people do it, but it's different for me, haven't done it before. But for now, I wanna get this supported so it's not just flopping while we're driving around. It's just gonna distort this bed even further than where it is. So first we're gonna change out the fluid, then I'm gonna jack this up, put some type of support in here on the frame that holds up the back. I might tack weld it in place. That way it just holds itself up so it's not flopping around. So let's get the drain pan, get a couple tools, get under here, drain the transmission first, and then we'll move into the rear. Where's my drain pan? Okay, so we are obviously under something mechanical. We're under this truck. We're gonna pull this drain plug right here, which is conveniently located right by the cross member. So I'm sure we're gonna get gear oil all up in our teeth. It's got me an adjustable here. It's a square plug. Guess I could use a wrench, but this will probably be good enough unless I can't get it off. Ah, no, it's coming off pretty easy. So I'll take this plug out, drain this transmission, and there's a fill plug on the other side. And we'll fill it up, I guess, until the fluid seeps back out of that fill hole. That's typically how I've done it on other manual transmissions, so I don't know why this one would be any different. 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, she's nice and thick. Look at all that. Oh man, that is thick. Oh man, bet you that rear's gonna be nice and thick when we go to take that out of there. Instead of pulling the center section out of that 9-inch, I'm going to use a tool to extract the fluid. No, I don't need that plug. Well, let's go ahead and let this drain out, and then we'll get the new fluid or oil ready to put in. Okay, while we wait for the molasses to drain out of the transmission, I'm going to push this bed up to where these two style lines meet or match, and then figure out what I need to do in here to get this secured temporarily, so we can drive it around a little bit until I take the time to actually get all the metal together and build the new bed structure inside. I have the back of the truck drained or jacked up right now to get the transmission a little bit more level. That way any of the fluid that's in there actually goes to the front, drains out that hole. So I'm going to get a piece of wood. All right, I'm probably gonna have to lower that down. It looks like the trans is pretty much drained out, but we'll lower the truck down. Get this guy in here. Now, let's get this pushed up. See if we can't get this side pushed up to where it's supposed to be. guess that's about right. Give me just a little bit more. All right, cool. That looks much better. So we got this pushed up to where the style lines match up. I'm gonna figure out what I need to do in here. I need to get some of this rust moved out of the way. I might actually just cut this rotten piece of bed out of here and see what we can do to make a little bracket that I can tack weld into place on the front of this bed, and that'll hold it up for time being. Let's move you guys so you can see what we're doing. Okay, so my idea is to build a little bracket that comes up this side right here, and I'll have a few tack welds on either side, and then it'll take a 90-degree turn, and then it'll be connected to the frame here. So, well, let's get that out of here. It'll be connected to the frame, that way it can hold this bed up for time being until we build a new structure and replace all this sheet metal. So I think, since this is just falling apart right here, I'm gonna get some gloves, get the rest of this rust out of here, and probably just go ahead and cut this section out. That way I have a clear access to the spot right here to put this L bracket. I can grind on the frame a little bit and weld this bracket that we're gonna make into place. So gloves, glasses, probably a cutoff wheel. So you guys haven't really seen the inside of this bed, but it's gone. This is deleted. A lot of other sections deleted. I'm standing on the cross members right now that are very questionable. That's why we're gonna cut all this out, replace this sheet metal, and come up with a different bed floor idea, because the 66 is the lost truck, I guess. There's not a whole lot available for replacement stuff. A lot of these other trucks of the 70s and stuff have complete bed floors, but not this guy, so we're gonna make something happen. All right, some of this rust out of here. Whew. That is rough. I'm glad my tetanus is up to date. Good Lord, this is bad. Okay, so let's get you plugged in. Let's get this section cut out of here so I have access to this area. We're just gonna cut right along here. I think I might make that bed video sooner than later. This thing is ready to go. Beautiful. That is. Okay, well that's something. That's got a little bit of structure to it, not really. So we're gonna keep that in place. Probably gonna get my my grinder and put the rock grinder on here. That way I can just get this down to something bare metal, and then I'll put a piece right here. So let's get this cutoff wheel off. Get a rock disc on here, grind that down, see if we got something to weld to. So I might just have to make 2 of these today. That way both sides can have a little bit of support, because this side is just as bad. I'm gonna grind out the spot here where the old bolt is. That way I can put something here to hold this up. Right. Calm down. Okay, that'll get us started. I just knocked some of this scale and rust out of this corner right here. And then that tastes horrible. And then I ground off where that bolt was as well. So I'm gonna find something over here in the scrap pile that can act as a angle piece to go across here. And is that supposed to be bolted down? I don't know. And then go up here, and then we'll tack weld it into place, and that'll hold the front of the bed up for time being. Once we go to take this bed off and redo the floor structure, I think we might just go ahead and take the whole thing off completely. Got some brackets there. Let's go to the scrap pile. So I went out to the scrap pile and I found some square tubing that I had from, I don't know what, but I'm gonna cut some 12-inch pieces out of here and then put that vertical in the bed, tack weld it all into place, and that'll be our temporary supports for the time being. All right, we got our 2 pieces. I will get my grinder and clean up everything, drag the welder over into the truck, put these in place, tack weld it, consider that good for now. So here's our piece. It's gonna sit something like this. I'm gonna take some paint off here and there in a couple spots, and then I'll tack weld down here, like 3 spots, and then 3 spots along either side here to hold it up for now, and then I can cut that off later when we go to do all the bed work. So let's get this paint stripped off. Okay, so first spot's done. I think I ground off where I needed to. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna grab the welder, drag it over here, hook it up, and tack weld this in. All right, let me get up in here. Okay, let's get this first guy tacked into place. Right now I'm using my little Eastwood 135 welder. My other welder, dare I say nicer welder, quit working on me. I don't know what happened, something broke inside of it, so that's sent off right now to a shop getting fixed. So yeah, it looks about right. All right, that looks good. All right, so I'm gonna drop a couple tacks right here. All right, our force support is in. What I was doing is just stacking up little tack welds behind it. It's a little bit thin metal up here, so I didn't want to burn through it. Just wanted to get a decent enough tack in there to hold, so that seems to be good for now. I'm gonna move the jack to the other side and make sure that style line is straight, and then I'll prep this guy, set him in place, and do the same thing. How do I not fall out of this truck? All right, cool. That's secure for now. That'll keep the bed up from falling down and getting really out of whack on our test drive. Good for now. This way I'm able to cut these tack welds off later and then grind out the remaining weld that's on the sheet metal without any big issues. Like I said, we're gonna cut all this metal off and make all new. So all this will get replaced. I'm not too worried about it. I'll be grinding and cutting all that. So let's get our welder put away and then get back to changing those fluids. All right, so I think we've gotten as much oil out of this transmission as we can. There is a bunch of crap on this plug, but she's pretty old, so it's probably suspected. Huh, there's a magnet. Let's get this guy put back up in here. Let's get our fill tube and fill up the trains. First, I'll prepare all these bottles. So I misplaced my fill tube thingamajigger to get the bottle up out the way, but luckily I got these flexible fill bag things, so I'm just gonna use this guy. I'm not even sure if this is the right fluid. I checked on the interweb, and this is kind of what people were saying to use, so that's what I'm using. So use this flexible one right here. We don't spill it everywhere. Just squirt all this down in there until it starts running back out. So we're full. That ain't very much at all. All right, transmission is full. I'm gonna tighten this bolt up, and then we're gonna move back to that rear end and evacuate the fluid that's in there. I can, who knows? Who knows if we'll be able to get that done. How old it is. If this came out as molasses, I bet that other one is going to as well. We'll do what we can though. At least get fluid in it. We're gonna go ahead and move on to this rear now. I have a handy dandy sucker tool. It's an extraction pump that I got from Harbor Freight. So we're gonna use that and try to extract all the fluid from the bottom of this. Not sure how this is gonna work with me by myself. I have to wait for Chuck to do this one. That way she can pump the extraction pump while I hold the fluid in. Oh my Lord. And we'll have to see if this big guy comes off. Let's go grab a socket. That's the right socket. That's out. Yeah. Oh yeah. Plenty of nice fluid in there. Let's get a paper towel. I got Chuck at the pump, and I'm gonna put this tube down here and get all this fluid out. All right, go ahead and pump it. I'm starting to get fluid out, so that's good. Make sure that hose is pushed down in there all the way.
This one?
Yep.
I think it is.
Okay. All right, we got our fluid extracted. We're gonna go ahead and fill it back up with some gear oil. Put the bolt back in, pull it out the garage. So let's get started. Ow. Okay, so we have the transmission fluid changed out, the rear end fluid. I keep saying fluid. We got new gear oil in the transmission, new gear oil in the rear. We have the bed supported so it's not flopping around. So I think it's pretty much ready to go on its first drive. I wanted to do this, the next video, to be first drive in 30 years, but like I said at the beginning of this video, I really didn't know if there's any fluid in the transmission or the rear end, so I wanted to make sure that was done. That way I'm not burning up any bearings. So we're gonna go ahead and pull this out of here and just drive it here down the road real quick and see how everything goes. I gotta fix that too. Look at all them tires in the back. Brakes still work. temperature seems all right. Speedo works. Adjust my mirrors. Yeah. Let's go ahead and test this thing out.
Got the feeling in your bones, make you feel right at home. Honey, does it well, keep me dancing.
Time on the road in 30 years.
I could run a mile like this, but over here feels like this. The sun has got me on my track.
40 mile an hour.
I ain't never looking back. I ain't looking back. I ain't looking back. Ain't looking back. Deep inside the depths of
Seems a little
stone,
loud.
voice will
We're gonna have to
echo
fix that before we take it out.
Ruled
drive it.
by the laws above. Nature shows me, makes me taut. I could climb this mountain now, rise above the clouds and see. Well, oh, the falls have kept me strong. Never did I mean no wrong. 'Cause I ain't looking back. Ain't looking back. Ain't looking. Ooh, ain't looking back. Ain't looking. Yeah, ain't looking back. Ain't looking. Ooh, ain't looking. Ain't looking back. Oh, ain't looking back. Ooh, ain't looking back. Ain't looking back. Ain't looking back. Ain't looking back. Ain't looking back.
So the next order of business is getting that front radiator support done. That way this door can open. That's the first drive in 33 years. So got it up to 40, 45, went through all 3 gears. Gear gets stuck a little bit, first and second when you're stopping. Don't know what that's all about, but I got it out. It's cool. So next thing we're gonna do is get that radiator supported somehow, either replace it or just do something. And then we're gonna tackle this bed. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. I think it's roadworthy. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. There's first. There's second. Let's go ahead and put it in drive. There's reverse.